Next question is from Connie. She says, or she asks, my mom is claiming that she only loses weight when eating unprocessed meat like a steak, but she doesn't lose weight when she eats protein powder, protein bars, lunch meat, and she even claims that she won't lose weight when eating chicken, unprocessed chicken. How do I explain to her that if she isn't losing weight, it's because she isn't in a caloric deficit? Or is there truth to what she's claiming? I keep trying to explain to her the importance of keeping protein intake high as she ages for quality of life, but I am not sure she's convinced.
Yeah, Connie, you are right. It is all about that caloric deficit. I think there's a couple problems here. The first is I don't think your mom understands the total number of calories she's eating. We talk about this all the time. I think 95% of people do not understand the number of calories they are truly eating. And they also don't understand how calories are made up of these 3 macronutrients, and that the macronutrients all sum to that total number of calories. And that's what results in weight changes, but over long periods of time, not, in this 24-hour minute. And so I think she, like many, many people, think it's just individual small food choices that are controlling their diet. They're not seeing how those individual food choices are changing that calorie macro total picture that I just said. And so this is why taking data on your diet in a comprehensive way is so important, is so valuable. I can't tell you how many, not just individuals, but coaches come through my masterclass and they're like, oh, wow, my perception about my diet does not actually equal reality. This is very common. This is very common. So my bet with that kind of general explanation is that when your mom eats steak, the whole day sort of shifts, that the steak is more likely filling than the protein bars and the shakes and potentially the foods that she eats with it. Maybe the steak is more like a meal and then like the deli turkey is more like a snack. And so that's what a lot of people miss when they quote, make this one change. It's like, oh, I'm just eating steak. And it's like, what are the downstream effects of that one change so that the entire shift of the macros and the calories change, right? And that's what they're not really seeing. Maybe when she does more of the shakes and the bars, she's just more hungry. And so she's snacking more. Voila. Then we have the more calories, not weight loss, right? But she's focused on, oh, I just had a bar. It's like, no, your whole calories went somewhere else. So basically, Connie, just welcome to nutrition coaching and education.
We made t-shirts.
I know. Welcome aboard. Much of what people are trying to do are small changes. And I don't want to be against small changes. So many times these small changes really do add up to significant changes for people. It's just that we often don't have the perspective of how that small change is or is not fitting into the bigger picture. And understanding that bigger picture isn't a tip, isn't a hack. It takes time and patience to kind of go through that for your diet. There are plenty of people, who listen and understand these concepts, but have not actually gone through the process themselves in their diet to kind of see that big picture for a variety of reasons. And I don't know what to tell you about that. Like, there's no convincing that can be done, right? People will take action on that if and when they want to take action. And unfortunately, they might take action in a way that you don't agree with or doesn't actually lead them in a positive direction, right? So I think the takeaway is I wouldn't try any more convincing. I'd probably say something like, weight loss just comes down to total calories. I don't think you're understanding how your choices are changing the total calories. And that will be plenty to say to get a gauge of whether or not she's interested in learning more from you or she's interested in continuing to do what she wants to do.